I just completed the replay that you're about to watch, and it was life-changing, business-saving. But what I recommend to you is this: participate. I know you weren't on live, you can't chat to me live, but you can still actually look at the questions I ask, really investigate what I put forth, make sure it's true for you, write down what you think is the answers, what stands out for you. And if you do, you will discover really powerful data. Now, I gave a crazy limited time offer during this webinar. It was limited time, so you won't get that, but I'm gonna be offering you some presents throughout, or offers throughout, and something at the end. So I cannot wait for you to benefit from what just happened, this crazy, unbelievable webinar. Let's dig into it right now. So Ridin and I just finished a great coaching session.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing. Next level, like always.
And how did it go since we started?
My business has been improving every day.
4 times in the last 3 months growth, no?
Yeah.
Gal's answers and tools and everything was nothing I was expecting.
Beyond my wildest expectations. Be prepared to be beyond wow.
I realized how I could be more constant in my life, how I have more control over situations. So yeah, it was really amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Gal is very professional, and he will guide you and help you in a way that you could really use this knowledge in your life.
I just want to say thank you, Gal, for amazing webinar, and I applied everything I learned.
But the wonderful thing about Gal, he has great energy, he has command of the subject, he's clear, he will answer as many questions as you have. He's just an overall amazing teacher.
I want to mention how effective this program was for me, and I am very impressed with the results.
What Gal is teaching in G Prosperity, it has the extra thing, and that extra thing really moved the needle for me.
What I have studied with Gal, I'm using the concepts, the tools for my everyday life here.
Gal responded to every question that I had.
Super mind-blowing. In literally 4 hours, it was basically giving the answer to all my problems I've ever had since birth to now.
I'm so happy. I really recommend you to take this program. Gal is amazing. He's a great teacher and an awesome person.
Okay, welcome to everyone. Very, very, very nice to see so many new and old names. Hi Celeste, and hi Biwi from Munich. Hello Simon. Hi Anthony. Hi Celeste. Very good to see you here. Hi Emmanuel. What's up Simon? Nice to see you. Hi Tressa. Great to see you on. Fantastic. Guys, we are on the Business Emergency Room, presented by me, Gal Ezra, and brought to you by Guaranteed Prosperity. It's the 18th of June, 2025. Let's get into it. And hi Russell, nice to see you, and Kate and Lizette, awesome. Okay, who is the Business Emergency Room for? Who is this webinar for? It's for employees, solopreneurs, those starting out, those doing well or very well. Really, it's for anyone that wants to have a business that they run and not that runs them, with a life that's filled with happiness instead of increasing in despair, as is the case for most people. Most people really feel despair when they run their business. Like it doesn't work the way they imagined, and it's really problematic. And the business runs them instead of them running the business. It's for those that know success manifests not only in money, although we love money, it's expansion across every part of life, family, health, relationships, and a great state of mind. So really being successful on all fronts. But it is not for those that expect overnight magical success. If you expect overnight magical success, you're in the wrong place. Failures expect overnight magical success. They hope for a lottery win. People that are really not succeeding, that are failing, they're the ones that look for overnight success. Powerful people, even if their power is hidden, even if you don't see it right now, instinctively know that anything valuable doesn't come overnight. It comes over many, many long nights of hard work. And that's probably you. If you're here right now, you know that it's going to take work. And that's why you are powerful, even if it's hidden from you right now. Now, who is this webinar for? It's not for those that like to complicate things. Many people I speak to want the complicated answer because they think that that makes it more special. No. Did you notice that when things are complicated, you find it hard to do it or to make it work? Like if I give you complicated instructions, you find it hard to do it. You're not gonna do it. It's too much. I give you now to go do a complicated Excel spreadsheet. You find it hard to make it work, and you don't want to do it. Absolutely, yes. So before you can make anything work, first it needs to be simple in your mind. You have to have this moment of, oh, okay, it's simple. I can do this. And then you do it. And so everything I'm going to teach you is going to be simple. But don't be fooled and think that simplicity is weakness. Simplicity is power. It was when Neo realized the simple things that he got his power. All of a sudden, oh, it's just a bullet. The thing to know is that the end result of complication is unworkability. The end result, what you have at the end of things that are complicated, you have unworkability. It doesn't work. We want workable. Exactly, I control the bullet. The thing to know is that the end result of complication is unworkability, and the end result of simplicity is success. When it's simple, you do it. I give you simple instructions, you execute them. I give you a simple way to, I don't know, build a piece of furniture. If it's simple, you'll do it. If it's complicated instructions, you won't do it. If you find things getting complicated for you, stop me. Literally, on this webinar, use the chat. Stop me. I don't want it to be complicated. I will explain it to you. I love answering questions. And if you do, I can guarantee that you will, maybe for the first time in your life, demonstrate your true abilities, the potential you know you have, but somehow failed to demonstrate. Will do. Good, Lizette. Wow, yes. Now, who is this webinar for? It's not for those that need someone to blame. There's a concept of cause and effect. We talk about it a lot in Guaranteed Prosperity. Cause and effect. On the one hand, the cause is you make something happen. You are in control. You bring a result. Effect is things happen to you. You get hit. You can't bring a result. If someone punches you, then you are effect. Or if you want someone to make you happy, you are effect. You wait for them to make you happy. Effect. Or you ask for the salt, like you're sitting at a dinner table. And this is just a silly example, but it's a metaphor. It's an explanation for how it works. We're sitting at a dinner table. I tell you, can you pass me the salt? Now I'm effect. I'm waiting for you to hopefully one day pass me the salt. I'm at your mercy. Will you pass me the salt? Will you not? I'm at effect. I'm waiting for you. See, every time you blame someone, you ask them to pass you the salt. You wait for them to admit that they are to blame. And that makes you an effect. If I say the reason that I didn't succeed is because my uncle was bad, so it's my uncle's fault. Now I'm effect. I wait for him to say, yes, it's my fault, to pass me the salt. I'm effect. If you blame, it puts you at effect because you wait for the other person to approve of what you blame them for. And in the meantime, you're waiting. You're at their mercy. In order to succeed, you have to have the viewpoint of, it is me. Even if everything around you tells you that it is not. You got to take on this viewpoint. It is me. Because only when you consider it is you, only then are you cause, and otherwise you're begging the person you blame to pass you the salt. If I blame you, I beg you to agree that you are to blame. Wow, it is wow, yes. 100%, yes, Emmanuel. So we're not looking for pro-blamers, professional blamers. It's like the word problem. If you break down the word problem, we like to say it's like a pro-blamer. So if you're a professional at blaming, you have problems. So we're not looking for pro-blamers. We're looking for someone that realizes it is me. And probably you are that person, as otherwise you wouldn't be able to stay so far in the class today. Who is this webinar for? It's not for those that don't participate. When a person realizes that blame doesn't work, the person stops participating. So I blame you, and I blame my uncle, and I blame the market, and I blame all the problems in my life, and eventually I stop participating. I stop taking action. When you finish blaming your wife, you divorce. You stop participating in the marriage. You stop taking the actions of creating the marriage. So I blame my wife, I blame my wife, I blame my wife. Eventually, I stop participating in the marriage, and eventually there's a divorce. Oh, I see that, yes. Oh, so true. Yes, Eva and Tressa. When a person finishes blaming the market and the government and the clients, and when they failed, they realize it doesn't work, they go bankrupt. It's like a divorce in the business. They stop taking actions to build their business. If you are there, if you are unwilling to participate, if you don't want to take the actions to build yourself, this lesson will not help you. So you need to participate. You need to participate. What does participation mean? It means getting involved in the chat, asking questions, giving your opinion. And I can promise you one thing. I will never make you wrong. I will never embarrass you for giving your opinion or for asking a question or for getting involved. I will always make you more, never less. Because the truth is that you are much more than even you are willing to admit. But after many years of coaching and helping people, I never found one person that is not 1,000,000 times more than they are willing to admit they are. Yes, participation is vital for success. So if you're still here, welcome. Welcome. Wow, yes. And I have a major gift worth over $1,000 for those that stay to the end. Firstly, nothing I say today is true. Nothing I say today is true. Unless it rings true for you. You need to check if what I say is true for you. And if it is, great. And if it isn't, that's fine. It's only true if it's true for you. Next, this webinar will be fast-paced. There's a lot of powerful material to get to, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't interact. You should. It doesn't mean you shouldn't ask questions. You should. I know you joined hoping to learn something special today, and I guarantee you will. And if you actually paid attention so far, you already did learn something special today, even now. Amazing, and definitely still here. Amazing, Lizette. Yes, wow, Anthony. Wow, this is wow, Eva. Thank you. Yet many of you may not know me, and so a quick intro. My name is Gal Ezra. I'm on a mission to create 10,000 ethical millionaires. Will you be one of them? I'm a super successful entrepreneur, started from zero, and I guarantee that provided you will pay attention to the presentation, meaning not only sit and listen, but participate as we agreed, you will not just learn something today, but you will learn what you need in order to succeed, guaranteed, no ifs, ands, or buts. So you won't hear what you want to hear, you will hear what you need to hear in order to succeed. Super amazing. Thank you. Yes, thanks, Kamal. Hi, Kamal. Thank you, Lizette. But how do you know that you've participated? I ask this question because lots of people in life talk, but don't say anything. Lots of people listen, but don't hear a thing. So how do you know if you participated? What do you think is the indication that you've participated enough? How do you know? Any idea? How do you know that you've participated? Results, yes. But even now, how can we tell what's the good measurement to say, ah, yes, I've participated enough in this class, I've really milked it. If you understood something, yeah. The answer is interesting. The indication is this. What I teach is powerful. If you didn't have an improvement every few minutes, you miss something. It's time to ask. I'm not teaching here fluffy stuff. Every few minutes, there should be a wow. Every few minutes, you should be, whoa, this is amazing. And if it's not, you miss something. You're daydreaming. You're missing it. The ship is sailing without you. It's time to ask. Yes, it is well. I know how to teach, and I know how to bring my clients results, and so I guarantee. I want to say something quickly. Many people know how to do something, but they don't know how to teach it. So there's really amazing basketball players, but they don't know how to teach others to be great basketball players. There's amazing guitarists, but they don't know how to teach guitar. So I know how to run businesses, but I know also how to teach other people to do it, which is a whole skill set. So I know how to teach and I know how to bring my clients results. And so I guarantee that today's presentation will enormously improve your life, your income, and your reputation. But I'll do something even better than that. I'll reveal answers today that I've never shown any of my students. This is a brand new presentation. Up until a month ago, I've done it once before. You see, I offer free webinars monthly, but after a call I had with my dad, the genius, my dad, some time ago, preparing a totally different lesson, we realized, and I realized, that there's something you must look at head on, even if it's tough to look at. And you must face it and understand it before any income actions can work. So there's something you need to look at, you really need to confront, and if you do confront it, then there will be the chance for you to make income. But if you don't confront it, no income actions will work. Okay? Biwi, you create my wows. Thank you. Emmanuel, wow. Natasha, wow. Thank you. And nice to see you, Natasha. Yet what you will learn today will greatly improve your income, your marketing and sales, your business, even your health and your life. And so I literally rewrote and added to this training less than a month ago because it is vital for you to confront what I'm about to expose you to. Now, who's my dad that I look up to so highly, okay, and how you're getting the billionaire knowledge? My dad is Meir Ezra, okay? Some of you may know him, some of you may not. He's amazing. He's the person that developed and refined what I'm teaching you today. His knowledge is what I use to make my money, and it made him 100 million US dollars by the age of 31, only because he knew what I'm going to teach you. Only a few people across the world ever did that by the age of 31, and that was 30 years ago. So in today's money adjusted, it's more like he made $1 billion US dollars by the age of 31. Yes, we know him. Yes, Kamal. I'm sure you want to know, how is it done? How is it done? He's a real unbelievable genius, and more than the fact that he's a genius, he can help anyone with anything. People don't call him when they need a little bit of help. They call him when there's no other solution, and he always brings the solution. Incredible guy, yes. Well, what my dad, myself, and our clients have is one thing that you don't have, and I'm going to give it to you later in this presentation. Plus a huge gift for those that stay to the end. And he does always bring the solution. Yes, he does, Tressa. Anyone that knows him knows his power. Yes, Meir is the best. Thank you, Eva. I agree. Yes, I can't wait, Emmanuel. Yes, okay. If you ask most people, how much do you earn? They will say something along the lines of, less than I deserve, or less than my worth, or less than my business should. The common denominator is less. The common denominator is living in a state of emergency. Since those people don't know why they earn less than they deserve, why their life is a series of emergencies, they secretly believe it's my karma, or I'm not as qualified, or I'm simply unlucky, or I'm weak compared to my competition, or I was born to the wrong family, or some other reason they come up with. The good news is there's only one reason why anyone doesn't have what they deserve, and it is the reason for why when I ask my clients how much they earn, they say I earn more than anyone deserves. The reason why myself, my friends, and my clients, same thing, because my friends are my clients and my clients are my friends, earn so much, and why you earn less than you deserve, the answer is very exact. It always works, and once you will learn it, money will not be an issue for you. I'm sure you're ready for a change, and I'm sure you want to be in the top 1% of earners, which is, by the way, $500,000 per year. Your instinct will tell you, it's impossible for me. Yet, I know how to make myself, my companies, and my clients much more than that every single year while building a beautiful family, having a healthy body, and being genuinely happy every day. Many people know how to make money, but they're addicted to drugs. Many people know how to make money, but they can't put together a family. Many people know how to make money, but they have health issues. How do we do it all? That's the target. I can tell you that I created, owned, and marketed some of the most well-known events brands in South Africa by the age of 23 for 10 years, and since then I developed many more successful companies and investments, and today, at 34, I'm most proud of the fact I help other people make lots of money ethically while continuing to run all the companies and make tons of money. So all that to lead to this. All this intro that I went through quickly is to lead to this. I have a very important question to ask you in the next slide. It's actually an exercise that you will need to participate in for it to work. I need you involved in the chat. But if you do, you'll discover something fascinating for yourself. You will find it for yourself if you participate. Are you ready for the question, for the exercise? Firstly, before that question, let me ask you this. Let me ask you, do you agree you are not as successful as you should be? You should be more successful, even if you're a millionaire. A millionaire says, look, I should be more successful. I want more. I can grow more. I can help more. I can be more healthy. I can have a better family. I can have better relationships. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Excellent. Okay. Do you agree that this is a problem for you? Do you agree? That's a problem. You should be making more. You shouldn't be shrinking. You should be expanding. Yes. Okay. Okay. Do you agree that every problem has a source, a reason for the problem? Every problem has a source. If you have a heart attack, there's a source. If you have a problem with your marketing, there's a source. Of course. Yes. Okay. Okay. Do you agree that you cannot solve the problem before you found the right source for the problem? So if I think that the reason that I'm currently have a headache is because it's nighttime, but the headache continues, I won't solve my headache. Yes? True. 100%. Yes. Okay, good. Hi, Andy. Okay. Very good. So we have the problem of I'm not successful or not successful enough. That's what we're looking at. This thing of I'm not successful or not successful enough. Let's have a look and discover what is the source of your problem. Let's see. What's the source of your problem? And here it is, okay? Here is the question, okay? Here's the question. Here it is. What do you think you are missing? It can be one or more, which is stopping you from being more successful. Or in other words, what is the source of your problem? Okay, and I'm going to give you a list, and you're going to type yes in the chat if it's a source for you. Type yes in the chat if it's a source for you. So we're going to do an exercise now. I'm going to give you a list, and you're going to say yes, it's that, yes, no, no, yes, no, no. Okay? But I need you to really look and to participate. So here we go. So is it IQ not high enough? Lack of a strong network? Okay, now by the way, I'm going to go through it quickly, but just quickly type yes, no, yes, no. No, okay. Weak ideas? No, yes, yes, no, no, yes, okay. Missing sales abilities? And by the way, I'm seeing your answers as I go. Low knowledge on lead generation? No startup money? Missing data? Missing technical knowledge? Need a better need a better product, sorry. Need a better product? No product? Okay, I'm seeing yes. No, I'm seeing all your answers. Need a more charming personality? Lacking in looks? Too good looking or not good looking enough? Okay. Missing systems? Yes, yes, yes. No, no, yes. Good. Married to the wrong person? They're not rich enough? Just a joke, just a joke. Not married, exactly. Okay. Missing support around you? Yes. No, yes. Okay. need a healthier body, lack of street smarts, like you don't know how to manage with other people, people can cheat you easily, you should be in a different industry, or something else, please write it. Because as I went through this, you thought, no, not that, it's this. No, not that, it's this. So if it's something else, please write it. What do you think it is that's for you the source of your problem? Because for sure, as I was going, you said, no, it's not that, it's that. Okay, good, Anne. Good. What do you think is the source? Lack of drive. Okay, me. Okay. When you say me, what does that mean? The website. Okay, the website's not good enough. Okay, what's the source of your problem? What do you think you're missing, which is stopping you from being more successful? Don't know the right source. Yes, that's true. Okay, very good. So you answered yes to at least one of these. And if you didn't, you wrote down what it also is. Finding the right leads, don't know. Okay. Me, because I'm resisting everything. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I should take more control. Okay. We said that to resolve any problem, you need to know the source of the problem. Stuckness. Okay, Kelly. We said that to resolve any problem, you need to know the source of the problem. So, how do you know if you found the right source or not? How do you know if you found the right source or not? What do you think is the key to knowing that the one you said yes to, or the few that you said yes to, is the right source or not? There's a result or not. Yeah, exactly. Answering this correctly is the difference between life or death, failure or success. It's the difference, when you have an emergency and the person can't breathe on the ground, a physical emergency. If you don't know the right source, the person dies. In a business, if you have a problem and you have an emergency and you don't find the right source, the business dies. This is the make or break. You need to know how to find the right source of the problem. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Income goes up, your target, you could achieve it. Yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah. Good. Okay, let's see. The answer to how you found the right source or not is, as you said, obviously, if the problem is solved or not, do things improve? Yes? Basically, what you're saying is, look, did my income go up? Did things improve? Did sales increase? Did the problem get solved or not? Now, since you answered the question in the exercise, it means that your problem you have is not solved, correct? That's why you're saying that this is the source, there's a problem. Yes, okay. Which means, and this is the thing you need to really gain the ability to look at, okay? Which means it's not that you don't know what is the source of your problem, it's worse. You have the wrong source for the problem. And this is what you really need to confront. You have the wrong source for your problem. Okay, wow, wow. Yes. Example. Let's look. Imagine you have a business and you think the reason you're not making money is that you don't invest enough in marketing. Sounds good, yes? So the issue is, I'm not investing in my marketing. That's why I'm not doing well. So what do? You invest more in marketing. Yet the business is still not successful. It's still not making profit. The actual problem that is hidden from you is, and this is just a hypothetical example, it's just a made-up scenario. The person that's responsible for the marketing is getting a cut of every dollar you spend with the marketing agency. So you have a marketing manager and he's stealing from you every time you pay for Facebook ads, he takes some money from you. So it costs you much more, and so he has an interest to make sure the marketing doesn't work. As the less the marketing works, the more you invest in marketing. You have the wrong source. And the more money he makes, and the worse things get for you. You understand? This is just an example of having the wrong source. You don't know that there's someone stealing from you. So you try to invest in marketing, you try to invest in marketing, you invest in marketing, and things get worse and worse and worse and worse. Now this applies to anything. Imagine you think the reason that you don't lose weight is because you eat too many carbs. And so you try to eat less carbs, and you still put on weight. Totally oblivious to the fact that the actual reason is that you developed the silent killer. This is an example. I'm not saying this is why someone is always overweight. It's an example. This person developed diabetes. In an emergency, you don't have the real source for the problem. You handle the wrong source, and it gets worse. You discover it, if you're lucky, when you're about to die. So most people realize that they have a major emergency when it's almost too late or too late. Here's the vital, life-saving, business-rescuing law that you need to know down cold. For as long as the problem exists, whatever you think the source of the problem is, it is not. What you call source is actually just an excuse. If you have a problem that currently exists, whatever you said on that list that is the source, it's not. I'm sorry to tell you. What you call source is just an excuse. Bang. Yes. So true. Thank God for guaranteed prosperity. Thank you, Celeste. How do you know if it's too late to fix the problem? You're in the right place, Andy. So now we know that, number one, the correct source for a problem will enable you to handle it. If you find that the reason that you have a headache is not because it's nighttime, it's because you're dehydrated, okay, it's something that I can do something about. That's number one. And number two, for as long as the problem exists, you don't know what is the source. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If the problem exists, you don't know what is the source. But there's a few more life and business saving laws that you need to know about problems, okay? Number one, the source of the problem is always before. The source of the problem is always before. If you see a car accident in front of you, the source was before. The guy was drunk. If you see that right now you have a headache, your problem is not the headache. It's before. You're dehydrated. What do I mean? You see you get fat. You thought it's too many carbs. The source is before. If you see somebody that's overweight, the source is not the fact that they're overweight. That's not their problem. They made wrong health choices for a long, long time, and so they developed diabetes. So something for a long time they didn't know. They didn't work out for a long time. They didn't take care of themselves. They ate bad food, and now they have a problem. It's before. Okay, before. Great. This is helpful. Good, Biwi. Now, if you don't know and fully understand and can apply this data, you will make the mistake that most failures do. You will not handle the source, and you will handle the symptoms by taking drugs. Some kind of a drug, you'll handle just the surface solution, not the source. And that's what all people that fail do. They don't look for what is the source of the problem. But if you understand this data, you will handle the source, which means you will change your diet, exercise, and mainly, you will change your state of mind. That's the first thing that you would do with somebody who's wanting to handle their physical condition. Change their state of mind. That's the most important. I want to find it. Yes, you will. Like when you get divorced, the problem arises to you, yet the problem was while you were married. Exactly, Celeste, exactly. Good, Hannah, we will. And that leads us to the next life-saving law you need to know. When you handle a problem based on the incorrect source, the problem grows. This is the thing you need to realize. It's not that the problem just stays the same. The problem grows. If you invest more in marketing when someone is stealing from you, you will not handle the source. You will lose more money. The problem will grow. This applies to anything in your life. But you never learned how to think this way, and so you yourself destroy your life by handling the wrong source. You do it to yourself because you never learned this. So you keep handling the wrong source. So you have excellent intentions to fix your problems, and you fail to fix them because you don't know the right source. You want to, but you try. But you don't know that you have to find the right source, but you try. But it's the wrong source. And every time you fail, you report to yourself that you're a failure. So you try to fix it and you fail and you say, I'm so bad. I don't know how to fix my problem. I'm a failure. And you tried again and you failed again and again until you truly believe that you're a failure. So you don't just say, oh, wow, I failed. Oh, wow, I failed. It turns into, I am a failure. I'm just not good. I just don't know. I'm just stupid. I'm just failing. I'm a problem. I'm a failure. But now you know, you just had the wrong source for the problem. You are never a failure. That's the truth. You only failed to discover the right source for the problem. Good to know. Yes, yes. It's so easy to fall into that mindset of feeling like you're failing everyone. I know, but it's not true. It's not true. If you learn how to discover the right source of any problem, the problem, regardless of how big or small, will be resolved. Just look at your life and you will see that all your problems started with little seeds, small things you didn't want to confront, small things you didn't want to say, small things you didn't want to admit, small things you didn't want to do that became big things you don't want to do. It starts small, small. And hence, the first and most important thing for you to discover is the actual source of your problems, the seeds. Otherwise, you unfortunately cannot escape the fact that you know they will not only not be solved, you know, it's not only that they won't be solved, it's worse. They will grow. You know that if you don't handle your problem, it will grow. So true. I see it. Yes. Okay. Yes. So true. So how do we discover the actual source for your problems? How do we discover it? Okay, well done for making it this far. You are understanding that we have to find the right source for the problem, yes? I'm going to show you a lot more about it. But what I also want to tell you is that if you're watching this, you have a chance to get the free one-on-one coaching with one of our coaches if you go to the link in the description. That's your first offer. Get free coaching if you're watching this. So let's continue, and there's much more to come. Well, as I said in the beginning, number one, every few minutes, it should be every few seconds, you will have realizations. So as you're listening to what I've said to you so far, you've had, wow, things that you're looking at. Wow, this is so true. I see that you should have every few seconds realizations. Yes. And the fact is that you now understand 100% that it was the hidden source of the problem that was your enemy. The thing that prevented you from improving your life. So this is big. Just the fact that you have that is major. You realize, whoa, I don't have the right source. That's already a major step. Number two, you now fully understand that if you don't find the source of your problem, the problem will not sit there and sleep. Your problem doesn't take naps. You cannot put it in front of a screen and hope nothing will happen. Your problems are continuously growing. It's guaranteed. You know it. You know it. So what is the handling? If we look at your business, your life, while it seems super complicated to you and like you don't have any way to handle it, we can actually break it down to just 5 areas that you need. 5 areas. Number one, your spiritual, personal condition. Your personal condition. Not wishy-washy, kumbaya, spiritual. I'm not talking about thinking good thoughts. I'm looking for applicable. Are you worried or are you effective? Are you anxious or do you make other people anxious? In other words, are you a powerful being or not? Number two, your ability to sell. In other words, your ability to truly help people and get paid for it. Number three, your ability to handle finances, to handle money. Your ability to handle money. Which means, now by the way, most people I speak to say, I know how to handle money, even if they have a lot of money or they're in debt. I know, I understand how to handle money, but I want to give you another perspective on it. When I say your ability to handle finances, to handle money, I mean your ability to say no for waste and your ability to say yes for income. Now, you think it's easy for you to say no for waste and yes for income, but I promise you it's not. You habitually means it's your habit to say yes for spending and no for income. And I'll give you some examples. You will easily say yes to Netflix to relax. The biggest yes to waste. So you say yes to waste. Yeah, I need to watch TV, I need to watch Netflix, I need to be on YouTube, I need to be on my phone. It's a yes to waste. So true, yes, wow, yep. Or you will easily buy a new laptop and justify that you must buy it to make money. Yes to waste. Or you must hire a person to help you do the work, but you don't need it yet in your business. Yes to waste. Or you must have a fancy logo and website to make your business take off. Yes to waste. You will think, yes, it's important, I need to spend it. It's not. It's important once you make money, not before. But you will say no to picking up the phone and following up a prospect. You'll say no to income. Picking up the phone and following up a prospect is yes to income, but you say no, no to income. You will say no to sending on time the quote. So you're supposed to send the person a quote, you didn't. No to income. So me, okay, and Celeste, guilty, okay. You will say no to emptying your inbox. No to income. You will say no to being nice to those that upset you, even if they are your prospects. You'll be upset at your prospects. No to income. You will habitually say yes to what you should say no to, and you will say no to what you should say yes to. And it will bring you a financial disaster always. Always. Celeste, when you say not now or maybe later, you're still saying no. Exactly. You should do it now. And number 4, your ability to market. Most people don't even know what marketing is. Look for yourself and you'll see that if I ask you what the word marketing is right now and I pressure test your answer, you will not know it. So if I ask you, what is marketing? And you say, oh, it's exposure. If I actually say, really is it? And I pressure you a little bit to explain it to me more, okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I've asked probably a few thousand people now about marketing, and they don't know. Or what's the difference between PR, sales, promotion, advertising? It's all a mishmash. You don't know what's PR, what's sales, what's marketing. It's all the same. You will not be able to tell me. So how can you market if you don't know what it is? I'll give you a secret. Marketing, not sales, is responsible for your income. I'm not going to explain it right now, but you will learn about it with me. 5, delivery. Okay? Now, when I say delivery, I don't mean a pizza delivery. Okay? I don't mean like I hear your Amazon order was delivered. Delivery is you providing and getting an exchange for your service. So right now, I'm delivering a webinar to you. That's what I mean when I say delivery. I'm giving you a webinar, I'm giving you knowledge, and you are exchanging by giving me your time, by participating in the chat. So this is me delivering. If I am a shampoo company, delivery is me getting the shampoo to people, providing my product. Law, delivery defines the size of your next deal. Your delivery defines the size of your next deal. In other words, how you deliver, how you provide an exchange for your product, that is what defines the next deal, and I'll explain. This means delivery is responsible for your future. Are you with me so far? Good, excellent, great participation, excellent. Okay. Most people, when they think about delivery, they think about, I give you and goodbye. Like, here we go. I gave you my service. Bye-bye. Is that true? Like, you think if you're let's say that your product is what you sell is life insurance. So cool. You sell life insurance and bye-bye. Thank you. You bought from me, signed the contract, and now you have life insurance. Okay, bye. That's in the good case. In the good case, it went smoothly and you said, okay, all good, bye-bye. But there are actually 4 levels of delivery that you need to know. 4 levels. And I'm going to give them to you. The lowest level of delivery is called the rip-off delivery. Okay? Now, some of you may have heard this before. It doesn't matter how many times you've heard this. It's always wow. So listen to it again. It's always wow. That's true, Biwi. The lowest level is the rip-off delivery. With rip-off delivery, I give you, and you give nothing in return. So I'll give you a few examples. If somebody comes and steals your laptop, you gave them, and they gave you nothing in return. They took a laptop that you gave them. You didn't mean to give it to them, but you gave it to them, and that's it. They gave you nothing in return. But if they stole your laptop and they left you a $3,000 stack of cash, then you would leave them another laptop out tomorrow with some cookies and milk so that they can come by again and provide you with some more money, yes? So if they gave you, it would have been okay. But the problem is that they stole your laptop and they gave you nothing in return. Okay, but there's other examples, okay? Buying a chocolate at a store. You go to the store, you give them $1 for the chocolate, and they take the money. They don't give you a chocolate. Rip off. What do you, okay, you stole my money. Or you go to a restaurant, you pay for food, they don't give you food. What, I paid, but where's the food? Rip off. Or a friend, you help your friend, help your friend, help your friend, and they don't give you anything in return. In fact, they damage you. They talk behind your back. This is the stealing delivery. It's criminal delivery. You understand? This is the problem. It's a one-sided flow. One-sided flow. I give you, you don't flow back to me. It's one-sided. I give you, you give me nothing back. You steal. It's zero or negative return. You give to a friend, give to a friend, give to a friend. They don't give you anything back. It's zero return. Or they start talking bad about you behind your back. Now it becomes a negative return. Now they hurt you in the process. So inefficient. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Christoph. Wow, yes. It's give, give, give without insisting on return. You give to your friend, give to your friend, give to your friend, and you don't say, hey, friend, I need you to give to me too. In fact, any close friend that you used to have and that hates you today, I want you to think about a close friend you had that today doesn't like you. Okay, tell me once you have that person in mind. A friend that you used to have that today doesn't like you. Yes, got it. Good. They gave you rip-off delivery. In other words, you gave them, and they didn't give you in return. You helped them, and they didn't give you back. They gave you zero or negative return. You over-delivered without insisting that they return. Yep, true, 100% yes. Wow, yes. Okay, level 2. The second level is the incomplete delivery. Incomplete. This happens when one gives and doesn't get back as promised. Okay, you don't get back as promised. So here's what happens with our examples, okay? I go to the store to buy a chocolate. I give them $1. They give me the chocolate, but it's ripped open with a small bite taken out of it. So it's better than nothing. I got something, but I didn't get what was promised. I bought a chocolate that's new. You understand? So they gave me less than what was promised. Or you go to a restaurant and you order food and you get the food. You order a steak medium rare and you get a steak, but it's cooked well done and it's cold. So you got something, but it wasn't as promised. It was incomplete. You got some food, but it wasn't what you ordered exactly. It was incomplete. Or a friend. You have a friend and you help them, and sometimes they, with a huff and a puff, help you if you ask for something. So sometimes they do, but it's incomplete. They don't match what you do. It making sense so far? Yes. Good. Okay. In the case of incomplete delivery, the delivery is not zero or negative, but it's less than what one considers was agreed upon. So it's not that you get zero or negative, but you thought that you'd get a medium rare steak served warm, and you get cold overdone steak. It's not what you expected. Anyone that has any overdue debt is in the condition of incomplete delivery, that if it's not rapidly handled will result in the condition of rip-off delivery. If you have debt that you should have paid and you didn't, it's incomplete. And if you don't pay it off quickly, it's going to become rip-off because you're stealing. They gave you and you didn't give them back. So if you've received above and beyond what you expected, it is your obligation to give back, or you will deliver a ripoff. You will be a ripoff. So if you got more than you expected, you must give back. Yes. Now, what do you think the third level of delivery is? And there is one more above it. What do you think is the third level? What would be the next level? And there's one more above it, but what's the next one? What do you think is the third level? Even, yes, fair, perfect exchange. Okay, good. Let's see. The third level is just delivery. Now, just here has two meanings. Like just, like it's only delivery, you get delivered. But really what I mean is just means honest, fair. Like if you are doing the just thing, you do the right, honest, fair thing. Here I deliver exactly what was promised. This is the common expected level of delivery. Okay? So, buying a chocolate at a store, I give him $1, he gives me a chocolate. It was exactly the chocolate I wanted. I go to a restaurant, I order a steak medium rare, warm. It arrives medium rare, warm. I have a friend, I help him, he helps me. All good. So, this is what most people expect, yes? Even. You give, you get. You give, you get. Here's the breaking news. All three levels so far, including just delivery, will lead to further emergencies, your decline, and your ultimate demise. Demise is total destruction. All of them. And people say, what? Even the third level? Yes, even the third level. Why? How come? Why do you think? I want you to explain to me. Why do you think that doing the fair thing is also going to lead to your destruction? Because you can explain to me why ripoff will, or why incomplete will, of course, that's obvious. But why would fair delivery also lead to your total destruction? Because remember, we said delivery defines the size of your next deal. So how come? Absolutely. It's nothing special because it won't cause growth, and no growth is a slow decline. Yes, that's true. It's no improvement, exactly. Because in this universe, nothing stays the same. Nothing stays the same in this universe. If something is not growing, it contracts, means it shrinks. And hence, just delivery is an invitation to die. Exactly. Okay, you'll see that even the most solid, beautiful buildings that seem like they're never going to change, unless they're maintained, they decline. Nothing stays the same. Your desk that's in front of you, today, it's in a certain condition. Tomorrow, it will be worse. It will decline. Unless you do something about it. Maybe you clean it, or you do something. Tighten the screws, something to improve it. But if you just leave it as is, things will get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse over time. So when you do just the fair thing, you're saying, look, I'm dying. It's okay. You either improve or deteriorate. There's no in the middle. True? 100%. A person, a relationship, a business will start to die the moment it starts to deliver just delivery. Exactly. So, the only acceptable delivery, the fourth and only level of delivery that is acceptable, the only level of delivery that will bring expansion, the key to long-term friendships, long-term business, long-term family, is what we call generous delivery, also known as delivery with a wow. In this condition of delivery, one delivers more than expected in terms of quantity, quality, speed. The key is more than expected. Generous delivery is not extravagant. It's not 2 for 1 or buy one, get one. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more than what one considers was agreed upon. Just more than what one considers was agreed upon. So I go to the store to buy a chocolate. I give him $1. He gives me the chocolate exactly as I ordered, but he notices that I'm with my puppy, and he gives my puppy a free treat. And I go, wow, that's nice. I didn't expect that. You understand? More than I expected. Exactly, the extra thing. Kelly, free sprinkles. Yes, something you didn't expect. There's speaking of sprinkles, there's a chocolate ice cream shop in Cape Town called Moro Gelato. Okay? Now, when you go there, they have this chocolate fountain and you buy an ice cream. Great, you buy the ice cream. And now they give you this wafer covered in chocolate from the chocolate fountain, and they always put it in the ice cream as something extra. And it's wow. The crazy thing is that they became very, very successful. But I'll tell you something. Now that's become expected. Now everybody knows when you go tomorrow, they give you this extra chocolate. But if they don't now come up with more wows, then it's just expected. Now it's fair. So they will decline unless they come up with more ways to create wows. A restaurant. You go to a restaurant and you order your steak medium rare, warm. It arrives medium rare, warm. And people say, oh, so the extra thing was good service. No, everybody expects good service. But what you don't expect is that the chef comes out, checks on you, and brings you this little thing that he's making from the back, something small for you to taste that he's making right now, homemade, a few tasters for the whole table. Oh, wow. On the house gift, just thank you for being here. Wow, I did not expect that. That's something wow. It must be unexpected, exactly. Something that's more than you expected. Now what happens is you go and you tell all your friends about this restaurant. That's so cool, and the chef came out, and now you are growing. Now you help them. Or a friend. You have a friend and you help them, and every time that you give to them, they always go out of their way to give back to you. They always talk well about you. They always think of ways that they can give you connections or a network for your business. They're always spreading your name. Anytime you're doing something new, they share your I don't know, your what you're doing on their Instagram stories. They promote you. They go out of their way to do more than what was expected. You don't expect them to be your promotion, but anytime you do something wow, they promote you to all their friends on their social media, more than expected. You understand? Then now you have expansion. If the receiver is sane, in other words, if the person that's receiving, I go to the restaurant, I'm receiving from the restaurant. The chef gives me their food, I'm the receiver. If the receiver is sane, the receiver will always have the urge to return more than expected too. More than what one considers was agreed upon. So if I'm sane and the chef was amazing, now I want to give more than expected. So now I go and I want to tell my friends about the place and I write them a review, which they didn't expect. I go and I write them a good review and I do all kinds of things to promote them on my social media. And I say, this place is wow, wow, wow. It's more than expected because they gave me more than expected. Now they see that, and this results in them wanting to give even more. So now I come back with my friends, and the chef sees me. Wow, you came back with your friends. Hold on, I have today the dessert is on me. It's on me. Now they give me more, and I go, oh my God, and now all my friends want to give more. And exactly, it's wonderful. Yes. The result is income and expansion. This is the only way. Yes, super amazing. This is why I say delivery is responsible for your future. That is what you must notice, is that how you deliver is responsible for the next deal. That's what's going to create expansion. Wow, it's perfect. That's what we should do. Yes, Eva? Yep. Yep. So, number one, your spiritual personal condition. Two, your ability to sell. Three, your ability to handle finances, money. Four, your ability to market. And five, your delivery. Okay, it's me again from behind the computer where we just delivered this webinar. And I know that right now you're getting some awesome, thought-provoking, life-saving, all kinds of things are happening. And if it's not wow, 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 as you know, you need to participate. You are welcome to ask questions. You're welcome to email us through our website if you have any questions, but participate as much as you can. There's a present coming up for you, a crazy offer that I really suggest you take advantage of. And I cannot wait for you to continue getting the benefits of this lesson. So how do we improve it? What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to sell? How do you improve your ability to sell? Yes, that's one idea, Johanna, yeah. What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to handle finances? What do you think you need to do? Let me ask you that actually. What do you think you need to do? How do you improve your ability to sell? What do you need to do? More outbound communication, okay. What do you need to do to improve your ability to sell? Or what do you need to do to improve your ability to handle finances? In other words, to say yes to income and no to waste, instead of no to waste and yes to income. What do you need to do? How do you improve it? What do you need to do to improve it? You need to learn, yes, yes. And have a look at this, and I'd appreciate your input, your answers. What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to market? How do you become better at marketing? Good relationships, attractive with delivery, make your product, okay? You need to confront more, good. What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to delivery? How do you get better at delivery? Generous delivery, is unexpected, yes, yes. Being interested, okay, good. You will think that there's something you need to learn. A few said, I need to learn, or I need to start doing this more. Yes, yes. But something doesn't add up, okay? You see people go to university, people learn a lot, yes? People really learn a lot, but they still don't succeed. Have you seen that? That there's people who've really learned a lot, they go to university, they have degrees, PhD, MBA, but they're still not succeeding. Yes, of course, yes. In fact, there are many who don't learn and succeed much more. A majority of the most successful people in the world are those that didn't learn. It's really interesting. Yeah, they didn't go to university. They were high school dropouts. Some crazy thing, and they bring about success. You said it's that you need to learn. You said that you need to improve. You guys said that you need to improve your willingness. You need to be more interested. You said that you need to confront more. You said that you need to make it more attractive. You said that you need to have good relationships. You said that it needs to be more outbound communication. So what is it? What is it? Let's look. How do you improve? How do you improve your spiritual condition personally, your ability to sell, your ability to handle finances, money, your ability to market, and your delivery? The hint is in each line. Every single one of these is monitored by you, because it's you who makes the success or not. Exactly, you got it. You. So how do you improve you? Let's take some of the answers you gave, okay? So you think it's more outbound communication, or you think that the willingness, or I need to understand the problem and focus on resolving that and the rest will follow. Or you think it's that you need to create, or that you need to be interested, or you need to have generous delivery, or that you need to confront more, or you need to be attractive with your delivery, or have good relationships, or have more outbound communication. Actually, what you need to do is the opposite of what you think. I know, it's like, what? What you need to do is to unlearn. Unlearn. The moment you unlearn, the moment you remove lies, you show up. What you have is data that you know wrong. You're a powerful engine with the handbrakes up. Not just one handbrake, many handbrakes that are up, and you need to remove those things. You need to unlearn them. And you are the one that knows. You are a spiritual being that knows. But what's the problem with that? To remove a lie, you need to know it is a lie, as otherwise you'll not try to remove it. If I don't know I have diabetes, I will not handle it, right? So if you need to first know, hey, I'm operating on a lie. And if you don't, you won't handle it. If I don't know I have diabetes, I don't do anything about it. If I have relationship problems and I don't know that I'm actively operating off of a lie, which I know to be right, and yet is the actual source for my relationship problems, I will never remove it. And I'll always have relationship problems and they'll get worse. So if I don't know that I have some kind of a lie that says that I need to act like an uninterested man in order for my wife to love me. Now, I'm sure it's right. I know it's right. And I operate off of it because I know it's right. But it's not. Unless I have the actual source, unless I find this lie, I'll never remove it. And so the relationship gets worse and worse and worse. So the issue is not that you don't know. It's worse. You know wrong. You have something that you're operating on that for you is true, but it's wrong and it's destroying the way that you bring results. If you don't know your car is broken, you won't fix it and enjoy the ringing or banging sounds. Yeah, you won't enjoy it. You'll think, it's normal. And then all of a sudden you'll have a disaster on the road. Too many fake realities. So how do you find the lies that you're actively operating on? How do you find what are these lies that you don't see because you think they're right? So how do you find it? How do you find your diabetes, but in life or business? That makes so much sense. Yes, thank you. Good question. If you're a doctor, how do you find the source of a problem? If you're a doctor, how do you find the source of the problem? Yes, by evaluating, yeah. You have two options. Number one, to guess. This is psychology. You look at the symptoms and you hope you guess the source correctly. I just look and I think, you have this mental health disorder. It's a guess. It can be fine to do that with your body, but not with you. Okay, your body can be replaced. I can guess. I think that the problem is that you have a stomach bug. That's my guess. Try this medicine. Try it. I think that your problem is that you have your blood is too thick. Okay, here, take this. Try that. Tell me how it goes. Okay, so you can guess. Do it with your body. Okay, it's not ideal, but you can. But not with you. You cannot be replaced. When it comes to you, you cannot just guess. You cannot guess. Your second option for finding the source of your problems is number two, like a proper doctor or researcher or engineer or scientist. You use or you design a test. A test. You don't guess. You do a proper diagnosis. And the more exact the diagnosis is, the better the results. Because the diagnosis itself exposes the lie. It exposes the no wrong. It will show, oh, bro, you are dehydrated. The diagnosis exposed the lie. It exposes where you know wrong. And because it's now exposed, it's no longer a lie. Now you don't know wrong any longer. You know it was a lie. You thought, I'm hydrated. No, you're not. You're dehydrated. Now you know the lie. You know it was a lie. And now you know right. And now you can do something about it. You understand? You have to find through the diagnosis the lie. Yes. Is everybody with me so far? I want to make sure I'm not losing you. Good. Okay, very good. Okay, excellent. Very, very good. If I have shoulder pain at the gym, this is an example, and I'm sure I'm exercising correctly. I think I'm exercising right, but I have a shoulder pain, and I make up a reason. If my trainer does a super thorough diagnosis of everything I do all week long in the gym, he really checks every move I do, every move, every exercise, everything. He even looks at my squats. But why would he look at my squats? Because he's doing a thorough diagnosis. He checks everything because something with the squats could be causing my shoulder pain, how I'm holding the bar. He checks everything. If he knows what he's doing, he will expose the lie I actively operate on, something I'm doing wrong. He will diagnose where I know wrong. He discovers the exact point my form is off, the exact source of the problem. He says, whoa, here. All these shoulder exercises you're doing correct, but every time you squat, you're doing this, and it's good. That's what's going to jam your shoulder. He finds it on the squat is the reason for my shoulder pain. You understand? He finds the lie that I didn't see. The minute this is exposed, the lie is found. Now I know right. Now my problem is resolved. You see how it works? That's the power of diagnosis. It's the exact same for your problems in your life and your business. The employee said he arrived to the client meeting at 8 a.m., but he arrived at 10. He lied. When he told you 8 a.m., it caused a problem. You called the guy and said, what do you mean? The guy's there. And he says, no, he's not. And there's a problem. But when you expose the time that he actually arrived, 10 a.m., okay, it all made sense and you could handle it thoroughly. Now you looked and you did a diagnosis and you checked and you looked at the tracker and you found the guy lied. Now you can call the client and you can say, listen, I'm sorry, the guy lied to me. I'm going to be there. I'm going to handle it. People thought the reason they were getting sick and dying is that they weren't praying hard enough to the stones. But then someone came and said, no, look, you had a heart attack. You had too much chocolate. Okay? So when you pray harder, you were under more pressure as it wasn't working because you had the wrong source. So you have a problem and you're not doing well and you pray. And then you think it's because you're not praying hard enough, but it's not getting fixed, so you get worried. So you pray harder and you continue and continue and it doesn't get fixed. But all of a sudden it became science. It was no longer a lie. You had an actual test and diagnosis. You knew what to fix. It's not the praying to the stones. Yes, Kelly. So how do you test you, the spirit? How do you do that? To figure out what is the problem, you first of all test the reaction time. How much time it takes from when you see something, understand it, and act correctly. Your reaction time is how fast you comprehend and apply. So I say something to you, how fast does it take you to register it, understand it, and then do something? The time it takes from when data is presented to you, you understood it, and can apply to bring about the expected results, improvements in the area. Are you slow to make decisions? Are you not? Are you slow to understand? Are you not? Can you bring results quickly or not? How fast is your reaction time? That's the first thing to figure out. Are you with me? Yes, good. Excellent. Okay. The next thing you need. Now that we know how well you comprehend the data presented to you and how much time it takes you to comprehend the data, now we need to know, what do you do with this data? So you comprehended it. Now what do you do? I love speed. Good, Andy. And this is your IQ. Your IQ is only your ability to take the data that you comprehended, quickly compare, and apply the principles you know to the data, and by that maximize the results. Okay? So I'll give you an example. You need to drill a hole in the wall. Okay? You have a situation, you need to drill a hole in a wall. Your IQ will determine the plan that you use to take what you know and bring about the best hole possible in the fastest time. That's your IQ. So on the one hand, you comprehend, okay, I have a drill, I have this wall, the wall needs a hole. Your IQ will be the thing that takes this data, compare it to what you know, and then you apply actions to bring the best results. Same with your business. Your IQ will determine how well you drill the holes. Somebody with a low IQ in the business will take them forever to figure out what do they need to do. They'll look at the data, they'll get the data, but they won't know how to solve the problem. It'll be like slow and hard. Somebody with a high IQ will take the data, quickly understand what needs to be done, make a plan, bring a result. That's the difference. Everybody with me? Does that make sense? So on the one hand, you comprehend the data. On the other hand, you make a plan of how to bring about a result. Yes. Good. Okay. So what's the next thing you have? Next is you need to lead. You need to lead. You need to bring about a result. The IQ gives you the plan. And next thing is you need to be able to lead the different parts of the game, the task, the business, the people, the machinery, the beings, and the things. You need to be able to lead to bring about a result. You need to lead them to execute the sane actions and not their feelings or what they want. So I need to drill a hole. Okay. I need to bring about a result. I need to lead people to do it. You need to check your ability to lead. You need to check it. And all of that is modified by your viewpoint on the different parts of life. More on this soon. Okay, what's your viewpoint on the different parts of life? And we need to scientifically test this. So you understood, for example, that your garden is not doing well. I'll give you an example of how this all comes together. You see, wow, my garden is not doing well. You came up with the idea to invent pesticides. We're pretending that you're the inventor of pesticides. And you decide to get yourself and everyone that works with you to use the pesticides. And your viewpoint will define the purpose on which you're operating in. How do you operate in your life? Do you want a beautiful garden? One viewpoint, which is one purpose to operate on. Or are you upset with the freaking bugs, which is a different viewpoint, a different purpose? You understand? So we need to test what viewpoint are you operating in life? Are you handling your life from which viewpoint? Are you handling your business from a viewpoint of aggression, from a viewpoint of responsibility, from a viewpoint that you are happy or sad? Are you using it from the viewpoint of a successful person or a failure? Are you operating your life in the viewpoint of somebody that is caring or not? And whatever you think it is, these tests always expose something very interesting. From the countless potential hires, staff, clients, business owners, friends, and even family that I've tested, no one knows what principles they should be operating on, and so they operate from a very stuck viewpoint. Most people I test are stuck in a viewpoint. It's really just a patterned behavior. They hear A, they do B. They hear B, they do C. They do some kind of pattern every time. So somebody in the business upsets them, they act always in a certain way. Their marketing is not going well, they act in a certain way. Things get overwhelming, they act in a certain way. They shut down, and it takes them a certain amount of time every time. A pattern. They respond to the environment instead of making the environment respond to them. Now, the environment can be people, the environment can be things, but they respond to what's around them. Other people push them down instead of them bringing results. Johanna, yep, yes. Without this. Now you understand that without these tools, these tests, this diagnosis, you will habitually, by habit, you will make a mistake. The chances you will drill the best hole, the exact spot, hit true north, is basically zero. And hence, your life is going south. So you will not succeed. You will work very hard. You will work towards south when you should be going north. Why? Because you never had these tests. You never had a way to diagnose the actual lies you operate on that ensure your problem not only doesn't get solved, the problem gets worse. And these tests really are the most valuable thing. If I had $1 million to handle a disease, I would invest $999,000 in finding the source and $1 in the solution, because the source is 99.99999% of the solution. you need to find the source. So what I suggest to you is to do the tests. Usually, if I do the test for a company, the test will cost $999 per person. And the evaluation of them will take about half an hour to 1 hour, and I charge $1,000 per hour for this type of evaluation because it's so valuable. So it will cost you about $1,500 to $2,000 to do the tests and to have me interpret them for you. Now, as I told you in the beginning, I'm going to give you a present, and it's the present of your life, the most important present you ever got, the real why for you. Imagine you knew exactly what you need to do. Imagine you knew exactly what's wrong with you. Imagine you won't wonder, is it this or that? You will have no worries because you will know exactly what it is. You will know what you need to handle. This is worth more than gold. The source, exactly. That sounds amazing. Yes, Emmanuel. And what you need to handle is always one thing. It's always and only one thing. It cannot be 5 or 7 or 3 things. It can be one and only one. The source point for you. A source is defined as the point from which things emanate. The point. The source of your problem is one and only one. Imagine you had it. What a peace of mind. And imagine I can give you, for whatever the source is that the test finds, I can tell you exactly the handling. I can guarantee that whatever is wrong with you, there is nothing I won't have the handling for. And if you can imagine that, you will obviously realize that this is an ideal life. You will go from strength to strength, from wealth to wealth, from tens to hundreds, hundreds to thousands, thousands to 100,000, 100,000 to a million, and then tens of millions. So it doesn't matter where you start, but if you follow what I say, it will go from strength to strength, and that is no exaggeration, because you will know what stops you personally. Wow, yes, it is wow. It's like having a Trojan horse in the enemy camp, and if it will cost you $5,000, it's nothing. $50,000, it's nothing, because it gives you a lifetime of income. More important than any data, more important than any learning, prior to the data, prior to the learning, prior to the pill, is what kind of pill to take. You pay the doctor not for the pill. That's what you pay the pharmacist for. The big bucks go to the doctor because he can tell you which pill to take. He knows how to do the diagnosis. So there's many pills, but which one for you? The same applies to your life. If you do the tests, you will find which pill to take, and that is more important than the pill. And of course, it's not an actual pill, yes? It's a handling, learning, a spiritual thing that you need to unlearn. You can have all the pills in the world, but if you take the wrong pill, it will kill you. Now, I promised a gift. So amazing. Thank you. Wow, yes. So who thinks it's a good idea to do those tests? Who thinks it's a good idea? Me. Yes. Yes, me. Exactly. Now, I know you think you maybe don't have $5,000 to spend. I have bad news for you. If you don't have these $5,000 to spend on these tests, you will not have a life. I'm not exaggerating. But I want to help you. And I promised I'm going to give you a present because you stayed to the end. And I am. I'm going to give you a present, and this present is valid only for 1 hour. Okay, what time? 12:23 my time. 1 hour. But it is a huge present. It's the present of your life. I would love it. I mean, I need a lot of diagnosis. Good, good. Absolutely, Kate. Yes, wow. I'm going to do the tests for you. There are a battery of comprehensive tests that will find the source of your problems, which is 99.999% of handling your problem. They find your one source, plus my evaluation with you one-on-one, plus my diagnosis, plus the offer of your exact guaranteed handling, and I'm not going to charge you $5,000, and I'm not going to charge you $3,000 or $2,000. I'm not going to charge you $1,000. I'm not going to charge you $500 or $300. It's no longer 5, no longer 3, no longer 1, no longer 500, no longer 300. The crazy, life-saving, huge present is I'm going to charge you only $97, including my one-on-one diagnosis with you over a call where we will go over the tests, show you the results, and give you what you need next. But only for the next hour. And I'll tell you when the timer starts. And at that price, I'm only doing it for the first 10 people that register. And after that, it will be $997, which is still discounted, for the rest of the hour. So you need to go to www.gprosperity.com/testing, and that's where you can get it. gprosperity.com/testing, and your 1 hour time starts now. It's 12:24. Save your life or save your money. It's up to you. Save your life or save your money. Take advantage of this offer. So I told you at the beginning that I'm not going to give that limited time offer to you watching this because it was limited time. But I'm going to make an exception. Why? Because this video that you're watching is not by chance that you made it on to see it. We post a lot of things, and the fact that you made it to this point of the webinar tells me you really want to improve, that there's an emergency you want to handle. So here's what I'm going to do for you. It won't be $97. Okay, if you go to our website right now, you'll see it on for probably about $1,000. It won't be $97 because that wouldn't be fair to those that were on. But what you will get is the entire program for only $105, $8 more than what I offered there. Now, you should take advantage of that right away. And how you do that is you go to the link in the description and you use the code Test Special. When you go to checkout, you go to the discount code section, you type in Test Special, and you'll see it will drop from $997 or $1,500 or whatever the price is right now. It'll drop down for you to $105. You still get basically the special I offered. So take advantage of it right away, register, and I can't wait to get you the tests and to work with you. Now register now at gprosperity.com/testing. It's $97 only for the next hour for the first 15 people that register, and you have a guarantee. By the end of the tests, once we have the diagnosis and I prescribe the pill designed specially for you, for your condition, I'll tell you, here's what you need to do next. If it will not cure you, provided you do what we agreed to do, and you reported to me proof that it was done on time, if you didn't get the results, I will give you as much data as you need until I get you the results. I'm all about the results. I will adjust the pill, the dose, so it will match your needs. I will work with you as long as it takes. And if you're not sure you got all the value and more, I will refund you the $97 plus pay you $20 for wasting your time. That's your guarantee. So you have absolutely nothing to lose. It's the best investment you can possibly make in you. Register now at gprosperity.com/testing. You cannot not take this offer. Why am I giving such a good offer? By the way, people think, why? Why did you reduce it so heavily? It's like $1,000 off. Because my purpose is to help you, really, and I really want to help you. Why? Why do I want to help you? What's in it for me? Firstly, because I'm a nice guy. That's number one, I'm a nice guy. But secondly, because I'm on a mission to create 10,000 ethical millionaires, and I want you to be one of them. But more importantly, I know this. If I'll help you, I know you will help me. Your success is my marketing. You will go and you'll tell people that this helped you and you'll promote it. And even after this webinar, if it was wow for you, you'll get people to watch it and you'll connect people to me and you'll help me to help more people. And since I'm Jewish and I look for cheap marketing, there's no cheaper marketing than showcasing your success. I want you to showcase your success. So register now at gprosperity.com/testing, and my promise to you is I'm going to help you. Even if you don't believe you can be helped. And hence, I made it easier and more affordable than ever to get the exact handling you need. And I can promise you that as you will progress with guaranteed prosperity, your life and the lives of everyone you love will improve. And as you expand, life and business will become more challenging, but you will become so much stronger that for you, any situation will be a no-brainer. And that's what fun is all about. To have the challenge, to take on that challenge. But for you, it's easy. You can do it. It's a no-brainer. So thank you very much for being on. Are there any questions that I can answer? Anyone have any questions for me, or any concerns, or anything you want to know, or anything whatsoever that I can help you with? Anything I can answer. I love answering your questions. I love going over any concerns you might have. Anything like that, let me know. Must go. Thanks, Gal. You're welcome, Kelly. Always nice to have you on. Always nice to have you on, Kelly. Okay, so thank you for being on. It's 97. Take advantage of the tests. Do them. Don't think it's between saving your money or saving your life. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing your tests and going over it with you one-on-one. I cannot wait. Bye-bye. So Ridin and I just finished a great coaching session.
Yeah,
How was it?
it was amazing. Next level, like always.
And how did it go since we started?
My business has been improving every day.
4 times in the last 3 months of growth, no?
Yeah.
Gal's answers and tools and everything was nothing I was expecting.
Beyond my wildest expectation. Be prepared to be beyond wow.
I realized how I could be more cause in my life, how I have more control over situations. So yeah, it was really amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Gal is very professional, and he will guide you and help you in a way that you could really use this knowledge in your life.
I just want to say thank you, Gal, for amazing webinar, and I applied everything I learned.
But the wonderful thing about Gal, he has great energy, he has command of the subject, he's clear, he will answer as many questions as you have. He's just an overall amazing teacher.
I want to mention how effective this program was for me, and I am very impressed with the results.
What Gal is teaching in G Prosperity, it has the extra thing, and that extra thing really moved the needle for me.
What I have studied with Gal, I'm using the concepts, the tools for my everyday life here.
Gal responded to every question that I had.
Super mind-blowing. In literally 4 hours, it was basically giving the answer to all my problems I've ever had since birth to now.
I'm so happy. I really recommend you to take this program. Gal is amazing. He's a great teacher and an awesome person.
So yes, here's to your success, and thank you very much. I look forward to working with you. Anita, I can't wait. I really can't wait. Thank you very, very, very much. Do the tests, and I can't wait to work with you. I really can't wait. We're going to get you the answers, the source for your problem. Anyone that I've done this with, and I've done it with many people, are always blown away. It will be the best use of your money ever, and it's fully money back guaranteed. All right, go to gprosperity.com/testing. I think there's about 40 minutes left or something. Cannot wait. Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay, you've completed the entire replay. Well done. And this is the behind the scenes of where the magic happened. Register now. Take advantage of it. All you need to do is put the code in that I told you, and you will get it. The test special promo code, you will get it for $105 instead of $97. That's still an insane offer. Instead of $1,000, you basically get $900 off because you've made it this far. Take advantage of it, and I cannot wait to work with you personally. I'm still going to give you everything offered personally so that you can actually find the source of your problems and handle it forever.